What's going on? So as I've been pretty excited about and talking about, I have this old red stripe DRG Mark III that talked about in another video, had it upgraded to a 3++ and did some comparo stuff in there. And, so I had some people ask, well, how does it compare to the Mark IIC++? And it's a very good question. It's about a third the cost, I can tell you that. But I no longer have my Mark IIC++s, but I did go back through my audio clips and I do have some of the same gear. So what I went ahead and did today is I did a setup that's almost exactly the same as when I had the 2C++, so that I could splice this together for as good as I can compare now that I don't have them anymore. And what that was is I did this cab comparo where I just room mic'd with an SM57, same speaker cab. In the other video, I had my old LTD Hanneman, and this is my ESP Hanneman, which I no longer have the LTD, which, by the way, that LTD was probably 90% of the guitar that this thing is. That particular LTD was a fantastic guitar, but it's since been sold. So using this instead, which is, for all intents and purposes, the same thing. And then I pulled the settings off of that old video, and I set the settings up exactly the same as in the old video too. So, but the one difference in the settings to get it to sound the same was on the old 2C++, which by the way was my HRG. Off the top of my head, I would usually keep the presence around 4. To get it to sound equitable with the same settings here, I've actually got the presence on the Mark III++ set to 0. So just try to get them recorded pretty darn equitably so that the settings are sounding the same, and what you can really listen for is kind of the gain structure. And, because that's kind of the important part, the feel and the gain structure. So, the Mark IIC++ is definitely chewier, whereas this is a little bit more compressed. They're pretty close. Obviously, the 2C is better at a significantly higher cost. And, you just have to experience it in the room. But this is as good as I can do right now. So, anyway, check out these differences and let me know what you guys think about the tone difference between the 2C++ and the 3++. All right, guys, thanks. Bye.